I bought this at an antique store in Metropolis, Illinois, along the banks of the Ohio River across from Paducah, Kentucky. The guy who sold it to me said it was, they used to use it on the railroads at night for light. But then tonight, this afternoon, over in, over outside of Cambria, Illinois, between Cambria and Heron, Mike at the other antique shop and his buddy said they used to use, oh, you got one of the old road lanterns. Well, and I said, well, I don't know. The guy who sold it to me said they used it on the railroads. And they said, oh, well, yeah, sure. Well, when I was buying it, though, there was a couple of guys and a lady at the store, and the lady went in the back and said, oh, give him the old lantern. He'll buy the lanterns. And she came out with two of these. And I said, I don't even know what that is. And they said, oh, well, we use it on the railroads for the light there. And I said, okay, well, you sure got my number. I'll take them. They got me good, too. I think it was like $10 a piece. I don't know. I might have even paid $25 for the pair of these. Well, the cool part of it was that this old lady walked into the antique store while they were taking advantage of me there like they did. And she says, oh, she looked and she said, does it still have a wick? She didn't say anything. She just looked. She just walked over and was like, still got the wick? And I looked down and I said, yeah, I guess so. And she nodded, in approval, and said that, she said, I remember my granddad used to set those on the porch at night. And I'm thinking this woman's gotta be 90. I bet her granddad was at least as old. So what's that? Must have been almost like 180 years ago, 150 years ago, easy. No problem. 150 years ago, easy. She remembered that. And I just stood there like all proud with myself, for holding this thing that someone just handed me. Thinking like, I guess that's what it takes to get an old lady like that to talk to you, Well, anyway, I just lit it for the first time. It's dang thing still got kerosene in it. I've been driving around with it in the back of my truck for at least a month now. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's catching too good. I might need to do something. But I just went ahead and took a match and swirshed it around a little bit and put the match in there and got going. Looks like it might go out now. But it was a very exciting moment, I think, not just for me, but for the lantern as well. And I think it's probably just, it's old thing. That was probably all the excitement it needs for the next 10 or 20 years. But I'm going to go ahead and try to light it back up again. So, yeah, y'all can stick around. Or I don't know how, though. I don't know how I'm going to. Well, we'll try something over here now, won't we? What about if we do something like that? I don't know if you can see or not. And I think an even better question, I'll set you up over here. And we all can wonder why I'm speaking a sort of a terrible Irish brogue and maybe a little bit of a Minnesota accent as well. Looking for some matches. And I'll go ahead and I'm going to swish it around again because I think that was part of the trick there. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. I'm swishing. And the kerosene's coming out there from the top there, so I bet we're going to get some more luck like we had last time. I mean, who knows the last time this thing was lit? But it's sure it wasn't in the 21st century, lads. Sure it wasn't. And for all we know, it wasn't even in the 20th century, but it probably was. 30s? 1930s? 1950s? Unlikely that, I don't know, 70s? 70s. 50 years. Could have been more. I don't even know. I bet it's kerosene. It smells better than modern kerosene. It was like half full. Maybe it'll catch this time. Here in the Shawnee National Forest, in between the Ohio and the Mississippi rivers. A little bit of history, the old world. It's not so far behind us. Or we're not so far behind it. Sure, and it's a pretty light.